okay to find yourself, for I am Chris Mitchell, aka the Confident Autistic. I'm a late in life diagnosed autistic, an advocate for autistic adults, a certified confidence life coach, the author of Success Starts with Self-Confidence, 10 Steps to Discover, Develop, and Grow Your Confidence for the Neurodivergent and Everyone Else, available on Amazon. And this is Success Starts with Self-Confidence, the podcast. Success Starts with Self-Confidence, the podcast, is based upon my book of the same name. This is the podcast that will help you discover, develop, and grow the confidence necessary to pursue a late in life autism diagnosis and to live as an authentic neurodivergent in a neurotypical world. Joining me today is Michele Blood. Michele will be sharing with us the 3 biggest misconceptions people make about meditation. Michele Blood is a successful, multi-talented lady. Michele was a successful songwriter and rock singer in Australia, and after a near-fatal car accident, while in the hospital with many serious injuries, she created positive affirmation songs, which not only healed her body, but also took her to a worldwide success. Michele, welcome to Success Starts with Self-Confidence, the podcast.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. Lovely to be here with you again.
What exactly is meditation? Let's define that for our audience first.
Okay, well, meditation is something we do to stop thought, because when you can slow down your heart rate and learn how to breathe correctly and learn how to stop thought, it is extremely healthy for your heart, it boosts your immune system. There's so many positive benefits. It gives you peace of mind, puts you into harmony, releases stress, lowers your blood pressure. It does so many things. Meditation practice is illuminating, and so many GPs now are recommending it. I have students that are actual GPs because they have been telling their patients, hey, you've got, I'd really recommend you start meditation. They're being told to say this to their patients, but then they're like, but they don't know how to do it. So I've been teaching some doctors as well.
How can meditation help us build, discover, develop, and grow our self-confidence? Does meditation play a role in that?
Well, yes, because when you can still your thoughts, because it's the thoughts, it's the mind that takes people down those rabbit holes of stress and, oh, what if this doesn't happen? And what if it does happen? And the mind is just crazy with all these different thoughts. So if you can't focus your mind, you can get yourself into a whole lot of trouble because of the fact that our thoughts do create our reality. What we think about, it creates stress in your body, or it creates harmony in your body. So when you can slow down those thoughts and be not in the past, not in the future, not down thoughts of rabbit holes, people are being driven by their senses instead of by peace of mind. And so once people can stop their thought, they can actually release a huge amount of stress and worry in their life because they're able to think clearly, to have focus and clarity, which is so important to have a happy life.
So what is needed for a person to meditate? Quiet space, a yoga mat? What do we need to meditate?
Well, actually, you don't need anything, but I do recommend that if you're going to sit in a chair, you make sure that maybe you've got it, like I've got a meditation cushion behind, so that your spine can stay straight without you having to, some people find it hard to sit up straight. So that's important. Or just to use the meditation cushion so that you can, you don't have to cross your legs if you don't want to, just so that you have a spine, your spine is straight. That's very, very important. And that you have both of your nostrils are clear. So you blow your nose. That's called Kriya Yoga, because we've got something along the spine called the Ida and the Pingala nerves. And we want those to be even and for the breath to be coming through both nostrils. Because when the breath isn't coming through both nostrils, and 98% of people on the planet are breathing, they'll notice, just through one nostril. There's usually one nostril that's blocked. But when you can unblock both nostrils, then the holy Shakti that goes up the 𝗟𝗓𝗓, which is parallel to the spine, and it clears away all the gunk. It's like you've got this beautiful diamond that you can call your higher self, and it's filled. The mind, it ends up being filled, so you can't feel intuition, you can't feel your heart, you don't know what to do and when to do it. It's challenging to make decisions because it's blocked with all the emotions. And so we want to clear away that. And so having both your nostrils clear is really a very, very good place to start. And it's very easy to clear both nostrils. All you have to do is breathe in, holding one nostril, and breathe out. And if you've noticed that that's not clear, you keep blowing, and then you go through that nostril, out through that nostril. That's called Kriya Yoga, to release whatever's in there, whatever gunk's in there, so that both nostrils are clear. And yeah, of course, have a nice quiet spot. But what you can also do is listen to some nice meditation music, Mozart or Bach or something, and put on some nice Bose or some headset that noise cancelling, so that way you can meditate wherever you want, on an aeroplane, wherever you are, and you don't get to hear outside noise at all. And you can just focus on your own thoughts, because otherwise thoughts just fly in and out all the time. And so if you can at least just hear your own thoughts and not everybody else's, and by listening and focusing on the music and allowing yourself to feel that breath, even just doing that 4 or 5 times, if you did that every hour, you would have such a strong immune system, such a strong body, because the sinuses will become clear. It's good for people that get blocked sinuses as well. So, you know, it's pretty simple to practice meditation, but a couple of the free gifts I'm going to give you will actually, you'll read about it and hear about how to do it.
Awesome. So there's not really a particularly good place to meditate. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't, as opposed to others. I would imagine. Now, you talked about being on an airplane, but I would think one of the better places to be would be in a distraction-free area from visual and audio distraction.
Well, yeah, because your eyes will be closed anyway when you practice your
Okay, so
meditation.
don't do this while you're driving.
No,
tip number one.
You're driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that would be a really bad place to meditate.
Yeah, but yes, I do have 2 spots in my house where I practice my meditation, because I do find with a meditation cushion, once you're there and you can have a nice plant or a rose or a candle burning, and you are away from distractions, so your animals can't come in and disturb you if you've got animals like I do. That is a great way to do it, because then because you've got set that intention and you practice consistently in that spot, you find it easier energetically to go into silence, into a deep meditation through doing that. It's the consistency, Chris, that counts. To do it every single day is what's important, even if you only do it for 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes at night to start with, because after a while you love it so much, your life will change so much in your body and your spirit, your skin, everything. It makes a huge difference. I practiced with an enlightened teacher for over 14 years. I went off the grid completely, and all I did was be taught by this amazing enlightened teacher until my own Kundalini awakened. And now I teach people, because when you have a teacher who's enlightened that can transmit that light to you, it does make it much, much easier to go into the silence, because you're not doing it alone. That teacher is assisting you to go into that silence. So that's a pretty amazing, miraculous thing. It took me 14 years to find an enlightened teacher. I traveled all over the world looking for one. I eventually found one in America, of all places.
So one of the things you kind of alluded to, and I think is important in meditation, correct me if I'm wrong, is you need to kind of not only silence all the outside distractions, but to get your mind to really focus in on meditating instead of having random thoughts and emotions going through it, which is something people on the spectrum, autism spectrum or neurodiverse, may have trouble struggling with. Do you have any tips on how to silence all those other voices or thoughts in your mind so you can be prepared to fully meditate?
Yeah, well, doing the deep breathing, as I said, the Kriya Yoga breathing, making sure both nostrils are clear, that helps tremendously to silence thoughts. And another thing that will help, if someone is finding it very, very, very challenging, is do get a visual. If you find it hard, some people, when they close their eyes for the first time to meditate, they've got the music on will really help. Having the music on will really help. But also, some people find it easier to gaze something. So if you can gaze into the eyes of, say, a painting of Jesus Christ or 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗂𝗓 or 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗟𝗪 or Yogananda, the great yogi, and you can gaze that photograph, gaze those eyes, eventually you stop blinking, because when you think a lot, you're blinking a lot. You'll see people blinking a lot. They're thinking a lot when they're blinking a lot. So eventually your blinking sort of slows down. It stops completely after a while. And then you can, that helps stop your thought. Another thing that you can do is do a mantra. You know, I love my life, or just harmony reigns supreme. Harmony reigns supreme. Don't say it out loud, just say it in your mind, because not everyone wants to do an Indian mantra. But if you can do something in English that assists you, like I am love, harmony reigns supreme, and then do your breathing again. And then if a lot of random thoughts come up again, harmony reigns supreme. My life is beautiful. Harmony reigns supreme. Shh, quiet again. Do some deep breathing again. Listen to the music, and just keep doing that. When random thoughts come up, just refocus the mind on a mantra that you like. Maybe just thank you for my beautiful life. Harmony reigns supreme. I am love. And then breathe. And then eventually your eyes will close, and they'll want to be closed. And then you can just feel yourself being still, focusing on, even just focusing on the word stillness assists greatly. It really does.
What are the 3 biggest misconceptions people make about meditation?
Good question. And I think the biggest one is people think they have to be spiritually inclined or religious to practice meditation, when that is not the truth. It does eventually get you feeling peaceful and more spiritual within yourself, but you don't have to be spiritual. It's just, if you could look at it as something for your health, for your mind's health, for your wellness, really for wellness, no matter what it is that you're going through. If you practice meditation, don't think about God or spirituality. Just think of positive thought, like I said before, like harmony reigns supreme. And that's the biggest misconception, that you have to be spiritually inclined to want to practice meditation. That's why I look for an enlightened teacher, so that it does make it easier when you're spiritually inclined, because you want to go to that still place within yourself and find your higher self, feel your heart glow. But you don't have to be spiritually inclined. You just have to be a person who wants to have a better life and better health, better mind wellness. And the next misconception is that a lot of people do guided meditation and visualization. They call it meditation, guided meditation, whereas that is not meditation. That's visualization. And that is very, very good too. I've got many products that do guided visualization. But meditation is nothing about other voices guiding you anywhere. It's about you going into the stillness and the silence. So visualization is not meditation, but it is something that assists you greatly to get into a quiet place. If you've got someone guiding you, I do have apps where I've got guided visualizations to help them get into that quiet. And the other thing is that meditation is super, super duper hard, and that it's really, really difficult. And I'm telling you now, yes, it is difficult to start with to stop your thoughts, but it's not that hard to just sit down and, if you look at it as, to start with, just quietening your thoughts, listening to some lovely music and just being still and breathing. Even if you just did that for 10 minutes a day, it would change your life. And that's easy. If you can look at it like, oh, I'm just going to be still and focus on peace, or focus on a candle burning. I'm not going to be thinking about stopping all my thoughts to start with. I'm just going to focus on peace and stillness. And if you have an attitude like that, well, then you will find it is much easier. Because the thing is, Chris, even if you have a lot of thoughts when you begin meditation practice, the fact that you've just sat down there with the intention to breathe deeply and to still your thoughts, every time you do that, there's no such thing as a bad meditation. Every time you sit there with the intention to do that, you are healing your mind. You are bringing stillness. And every time you do it, it's easier and easier and easier. As long as you're consistent, you will find it's something that you will actually really look forward to doing, because no matter what is going on, you have a tool in your tool chest to allow you to stop the stress. If you've had a stressful day, or you're tired, overtired, you think, oh, I'm too tired to meditate, stillness. And it actually gives you more energy being in that stillness. It gives you clarity. It gives you focus. And the beautiful thing about slowing down your metabolism, not your metabolism, but your heart rate, so that your body becomes much, much healthier.
Yeah, that's important. You want to have a healthy body and healthy mind. Can you tell us about your book? I'm going to try to pronounce this correctly. We did this before we went on the air and I had trouble with it. Manifestation Through the Power of Mysticism. Am I pronouncing the last word right?
Absolutely perfect.
Awesome. I can be taught. Please tell us about your book.
Well, Manifestation video book. It's the world's first video book. I wrote the book Manifestation Through the Power of Mysticism, and all the different chapters are on all the different things to do with success, money, health, meditation, intuition, what mysticism really is, to find out if you are a mystic. It's just a beautiful book. And then I did the audiobook version, and then we decided to do it as a video book. So it's got all, as I'm speaking about meditation and positivity and affirmations and what to do with your life and how to work out how to make a decision and all the different topics in this book. Each chapter has, as I'm speaking, as you're listening to the audio, you're visualizing, you're actually seeing all of these positive images that go with the particular topic. And at the end of each one, there's one of my positive affirmation pop songs videos for you to look at as well. So you're getting all that, you know, the brain, left brain, right brain, everything's being used. Your doubting mind doesn't have a moment to, you know, spit out the negative thought that most people get when they're wanting to listen to something positive. That, oh, this doesn't work, or I don't believe in it, because you're having a whole brain experience. And that way, because people get bored very, very quickly. So if you're watching a video while you're listening to the audio book, and it's got all these positive images, you don't get bored, and you don't have time to reject the positivity that's going into your consciousness. So it actually goes into your consciousness 300 times faster than just reading a book, because people get bored, and people, you know, not many people, even people get bored even listening to audiobooks. But if you're watching a movie, well, it makes a big difference. And we've got it as an app as well. So on Apple, if you go to look up Manifestation Video Book, or just go, you know, well, there it is. And it's fun. And I'm going to be doing one for children soon as well.
How can people connect with you?
Well, I've got, for your lovely people, I've got, where is it? MICHELEBLOOD.com/self-confidence, micheleblood.com/self-confidence. And you're going to get some of the manifestation video book. Find out if you are a mystic. It's really fun to go through that particular area. You're going to get one of my favorite books I've written, The Magic of Affirmation Power. You're going to get that. And one of my favorite albums that Bob Proctor, the late and great Bob Proctor, actually assisted with some of the lyrics, the affirmations, Songs for Success, the entire album for free.
So we have a link to that offer, micheleblood.com / what was that again?
/ self-confidence.
Awesome. And we have that in the show notes, and there's a link to Michele's website, YouTube channel, and her book, Manifestation Through the Power of Mysticism, on Amazon. As an Amazon associate, if you purchase Michele's book through the link in the show notes, video description, or on my website, I will earn a commission for qualifying sales. So is there anything else you'd like to add to the conversation today?
No, well, I just think it's a marvelous thing that you're doing, Chris, because people get to, for free, to listen to all these amazing podcasts that you've done that are assisting so many people. And I just thank you for doing what you do, because you're just a sweetie pie.
Well, thank you very much. And Michele, thank you for being a guest today on Success Starts with Self-Confidence, the podcast.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining me on Success Starts with Self-Confidence, the podcast. Now, I would like to hear what you think. Please leave a comment on this video. I read them all. And please like and share this video. And together, we can help the adult autistic community thrive. If you like what you are finding on this channel, please click the subscribe button and make sure to ring the bell to be notified of new videos and when I go live on this channel. This is Chris Mitchell, aka the Confident Autistic, reminding you that success starts with self-confidence. If you need help discovering, developing, and growing your confidence to either pursue a late in life diagnosis of autism or to authentically live as a neurodivergent in a neurotypical world, I can help. Visit my website, 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗂𝗢𝗪.com. Do it now. Your future self is waiting to thank you.
Before you go, please, if you want to receive some amazing high vibrational success meditation, tons and tons of free products, go to micheleblood.com /links.